How's the reading? How's it going?
It's an art form, but I got it. Hi Vogue, it's Kim. We are 2 days out from the Met and we're doing a trial day. This is actually the first time I've ever done this, where I've tested hair and makeup looks before the actual event. Isn't that what people do when they test their wedding makeup? Never done that either. This is the world famous Mario Dedivanovic Makeup by Mario and Chris Appleton. I only have hot guys do my glam.
Hot aging guys.
Oh, stop.
Middle-aged men.
Hey, Mom. I didn't even see you there. What are you doing?
Hi, guys.
What's going on? Of course you'd pop up in my Vogue video.
Yeah, well, you know.
This year for the Met, I am wearing a custom John Galliano Margiela couture gown. So many amazing looks from every house that John has been with has been on my mood board for years. The second Margiela show I had been to, and I was so inspired by it. I mean, I loved that it was corsets and the bodies, and it was like the most theatrical, beautiful story. This has been a partnership, I'd say maybe 4 or 5 years in the making. To put it lightly, that is about 4 or 5 years of me stalking him to try to see if he would ever design a look for me for the Met. It finally just connected, and it was a dream to get to know him, to spend time with him, and
Oh, mind your weight, sorry. I thought we were supposed to do glam.
for me, I would even want to do him so much more justice because I just know the human being that he is. This year's theme is Sleeping Beauties, Reawakening Fashion. The dress code is the Garden of Time. And when I heard this theme, we kind of just played around with what we thought this meant. And imagining having the best night of your entire life with your most magical person, and you just are in a garden, you've overslept, you wake up after literally the best night of your life, and I'm just running.
What is the best night of your life, Minky?
I'm fantasizing in my head. Running out, my dress is falling off because it was one of those nights, and I just grabbed my boyfriend's sweater to run off to make it to where I have to be. It's really the real life me when I go to an event and I have to make it at home by 6 a.m. to get to carpool. Real life happens, and you're just, sometimes I'm in my makeup from the night before and it is what it is. But it's that where you just woke up, bedhead. I think we need a little more bedhead because it's a sleeping beauty. Just woke up after the night of my life in this garden, in this secret garden. This is the 11th Met that I've gone to. That's wild. Listen, at my first Met, I was lucky to be invited. I was a +1. Second one, I was invited, and I wore Albert Elbaz for Lanvin. I didn't know it was happening that way, that I would wear a different designer each, Met, but I think it's so cool and magical that way. I definitely have every Met dress saved except for the Marilyn Monroe dress. I actually asked Nora, what's your favorite dress in my closet if you can take one dress? And she said, I want the Marilyn dress. And I said, of course you do. All right, we're gonna go try on the look for the last time before the Met. Phase 1, corset. This takes about 30 minutes. I'm just kidding. So the part of my garden fantasy is this corset just stayed on the whole time because it makes my boobs look so good in my waist. So everything else came off. I'll feel so snatched I won't even be able to communicate to you how snatched I feel. One thing about John is he'll think of every last detail. So he'll think of like if you're standing at the top of the stairs, but the photographers are at the bottom of the stairs and they're getting a glimpse up and the skirt's made out of metal and there's like little peekaboo holes within that. He wanted to make sure that I am fully covered in the appropriate places. So I do have a custom Margiela thong. So we're putting on the dress portion. It's really the skirt, but you'll see it's like a dress draping off. I'll show you in a minute. Déshabillé is a state of being undressed. I learned that from Mr. John Galliano himself.
So if that dress was up, it would feel the same texture, but because it's fallen down, we've allowed ourselves to use the reverse of it to evoke the inside of the dress.
Oh, it's freezing through the forest, so I just grabbed my boyfriend's sweater, cardigan, and yep, and it's falling off. This is my shoe. It's clever because if I had a shoe with the heel gets stuck in the metal skirt. And so that was our issue of walking. So I'm going to have to put these on. And to wear these, you're on your tiptoes and you're balancing the whole time, flexing your calf muscles. So that's what I'm gonna have to do, is stand on my tippy toes. But I think ballerinas do it, and they probably have a lot of practice. This is our only practice, but we'll do it. I think we really need the height on this look, so we gotta do what we gotta do.
Probably 62.
We should measure, that would be so interesting.
I'm 6'3".
So what am I, 6 feet?
I think you're 6 foot. That's crazy.
But so then I can't lean back, and I'm on my toes from here on out. Wow. Stop.
They're everywhere.
Bend over, elongate. So we're gonna go take some photos. I'm so glad you guys are able to join my final fitting. I'll see you on Monday.